So we have some major breaking news coming out of Dallas. Rapper Yella Beezy just had a major day in court, and let's just say it was pretty intense. We're talking capital murder charges, a $2 million bond, and some crazy footage played in court. I think it's fair to say that this guy should not be walking free on any kind of bond because the killings have to stop. But let's see what happens. For those who don't know, Yella Beezy, real name Marquise DeAndre Conway, is facing some serious allegations. Prosecutors are saying he played a role in the 2020 murder of fellow rapper Mo3. And today, during his bond hearing, they dropped some pretty damning evidence that the whole courtroom kind of shocked everybody, I would say. So one thing that's shocking is they actually showed the moment that Mo3 was chased down, running for his life on I-35, being hunted by Keywan, I think his name is Keywan Brown, Keywan somebody, the shooter. Moments later, after being hunted, Mo3 was shot and killed. And prosecutors, they say Yella Beezy was involved in making this whole thing happen. So I'm curious how someone that is facing these type of charges is allowed to even think about making a bond. So we're going to take a look at the footage right here. Check it out. You know what? I'm just going to keep talking. Let's talk about what went down in the courtroom. Prosecutors argued that Yella Beezy is a flight risk, pointing out that he's got money, connections, and every reason to run. I mean, the dude has a mansion in Frisco, gated community, guard-gated community, flies, takes private jets to travel sometimes. So it's crazy to think that he doesn't have the money for the bond that they put, the $2 million bond. That's quite interesting. But let's continue. The crazy thing is, if the bond is lowered, as they're attempting to do in this hearing, and they were successful, by the way, just like with Diddy, he's free. He's out. He can intimidate people, can intimidate witnesses, manipulate evidence. It's crazy that they're even taking the risk on that. The judge did cut the bond down to $750,000, but hit him with some major restrictions: house arrest, no passport, and she even called him out for not taking things seriously in court. But let's be real; these restrictions aren't enough when we're talking about murder. Why give him a chance to make moves? I think it's a huge risk. It's crazy. It gets even crazier, though. Guess who took the stand? Yella Beezy's grandma took the stand. They grilled the hell out of her, too. She was standing her ground, though. She was like, all right, relax. She was brought up there. Prosecutors didn't go easy on her. They grilled her about his finances, his whereabouts, and whether or not he was really as broke as his legal team was trying to claim that he is. And she held it down. They put the pressure on her. Let's actually take a look at it. Here we go.
This stuff was on TMZ. I think your grandson even did an interview on TMZ with those folks on live TV about this. So you're aware that there was a back and forth going on in this city involving your grandson as well as Mr. Noble, the complainant in this capital murder case. You're aware of that at least, right?
Yes, somewhat.
Okay. Is that the reason your grandson felt the need to get a bulletproof Denali?
No, he felt the need because people are jealous and you don't know who's going to do what, when or where.
Now, are you aware of whether or not he had to, if a Denali comes that way off the lot, or you have to actually pay money to get something like that done?
I have no idea how it happened, where it happened, why it happened. I just know he had it.
Sure. And as far as your grandson being in custody for approximately 8 days, defense asked you initially how long he'd been in jail and if he was able to make a $2 million bond. And your initial answer was, no, he hasn't. And then when they followed up with whether or not he could make a $2 million bond, that's when he said, no, he cannot, correct?
Right.
Now, especially with all of your experience here in the county and working in the clerk's office, you're aware that when somebody has a $2 million bond, they can pay only 10% of that, correct?
Yes.
With a bondsman's help. Now, your grandson is a double platinum recording artist, correct?
Correct.
And he lives in a mansion in Frisco, correct?
Correct.
And he has houses in other states, correct?
I'm not aware of that.
Are you aware of him paying and helping to support other individuals in the family and also extended family and friends?
I'm not into his business like that.
You agree with me that your grandson is substantially well off, correct?
He might used to be, but if he could make a $2 million bond, he'd be out.
Would you agree with me, though, that there's a difference between can, want to, and choosing not to?
I'm aware of all of those things, but I know he don't want to be in here, so I know if he could afford it, he'd be out. Plus, he has other bills. He don't just have money laying around.
Sure. Now, Ms. Alexander, if I wanted to reach out to Ms. Rush, your daughter, what would be the best phone number to reach her at?
She's not my daughter.
Okay. Mr. Conway's mother, if I was going to reach out to her, what would be the best phone number to reach out to her at?
You don't have that information?
If you were going to reach out to her, not me.
Judge, I'm going to object to bantering with the witness and relevancy here. We're kind of veering off to and getting in discovery. The state hadn't showed us their case. They made a proffer here. Seems like they can do their discovery outside the courtroom.
Objection overruled. You may proceed. Ma'am, you'll need to answer the question.
What was it?
If you were going to call Ms. Rush, what number would you call her at? If you need to check your phone, I'd be happy to wait.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, now when you got Big Mama up there testifying, you know it's serious. This case is turning into a straight up courtroom soap opera. I'm glad they even aired it live. That's awesome. Hopefully they air not R. Kelly's, but Diddy's live too. It's crazy. I think they haven't been though. It'd be nice if they would. But let's not lose sight of what matters. Mo 3 is gone. He's not coming back. And yet the man accused of playing a role in his murder might get to sleep in his own bed. That's just, I don't know if that's justice. And the dude withdrew $40,000 out of his bank account just a few weeks after this murder. It's nuts. And it seems to be that it's not just Keywan, whoever this guy's name is, that's going to be testifying against Yella Beezy. It seems the prosecution, the state has someone else. And they're making it seem like that Beezy's portion, that $40,000, is just part of the payment for this hit. Someone else may be named. That's going to be quite interesting. So here's the question. What happens next? Yella Beezy's legal team is fighting to keep him out of jail. Let's be honest. He should be held without bond. The prosecutors prove he's played a role in Mo 3's death. He could be looking at life in prison. And let's not forget, Mo 3 was loved by a lot of people in the rap game. This case, it's got everybody watching. But in the meantime, how many more lives are at risk if people like this are allowed to roam free? The violence has to stop. So what do y'all think? Should Yella Beezy have been denied bond? Or do you think he deserves a chance to fight from the outside? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, because this case is just getting started.